Welcome to The Science of Calm, a documentary series from the Meditation Room. Together, we'll explore the fascinating connection between neuroscience, psychology, mindfulness, and the human experience. Not to change who you are, but to better understand the remarkable mind you already have. Today's journey, the hidden power of naming your emotions. Every human being who has ever lived has carried the most extraordinary object known to science, the human brain. Around 86 billion neurons working together, creating every memory, every dream, every idea, every fear, and every emotion you have ever experienced. It has inspired great works of art, written music, built civilizations, walked upon the moon, and imagined distant galaxies. Yet despite all of its astonishing abilities, it still struggles with one remarkably simple question. What am I feeling? Perhaps you've experienced it. Your chest feels tight. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your thoughts seem louder than usual. Something doesn't feel right. A friend gently asks, "Are you okay?" You pause. "I don't know." Or perhaps, "I'm just stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I've got too much going on." Those answers feel true, but they're not actually emotions. They're explanations. They're stories our minds create to make sense of what is happening around us. The emotion often lives beneath the story. Perhaps what we're really feeling is fear or disappointment, loneliness, shame, grief, uncertainty. Finding those words can be surprisingly difficult, not because we lack intelligence, but because our brains were never designed to sit quietly analyzing emotions. For most of human history, survival depended on something else entirely. Imagine you're walking through an ancient forest many thousands of years ago. The sun is beginning to disappear behind the trees. Everything is still. Then, without warning, something moves in the bushes beside you. You don't stop to investigate. You don't weigh up every possibility. Before you've consciously thought, your brain has already decided this could be dangerous. Your heart beats faster. Your muscles tighten. Your breathing changes. Every sense becomes sharper. That response kept our ancestors alive. And even today, that same ancient system still lives inside each of us. The world has changed, but our brains still carry the echoes of our evolutionary past. And understanding that may be the first step towards understanding ourselves. In the next chapter, we'll journey inside the brain itself to discover why simply naming an emotion may help change the way your mind responds to it. Imagine if we could shrink ourselves small enough to journey inside the human brain, past billions of neurons, past rivers of electrical signals, past memories, dreams, and imagination, until we reached a small, almond-shaped structure deep within the brain. This is the amygdala. Despite its size, it plays an extraordinary role. It constantly scans the world around you, asking one simple question: am I safe? Every sound, every face, every unexpected event. Your brain is continuously deciding whether something deserves your attention. Most of the time, this happens without you ever noticing. It's automatic. it's fast.
It kept our ancestors
And for
safe
thousands of
years.
generations, it helped our
Today,
ancestors
the threat has
survive.
changed.
But life today is very different. For many of us, the greatest dangers are no longer physical. They're emotional. An unexpected email, a disagreement,
You reckon night of our
financial pressure, the loss of someone we love, or simply trying to carry too much for too long. Your body can react before your thinking
I feel
mind
afraid.
has caught up.
I feel sad. I feel overwhelmed.
Your heart races. Your breathing changes. Your muscles tighten. Not because you're weak, not because something is wrong with you, but because your brain is trying to protect you. Fortunately, there is another remarkable part of the brain. Just behind your forehead lies the prefrontal cortex. This is where much of our reasoning, planning, reflection, and decision-making takes place. Rather than reacting instantly, it pauses. It asks questions. What happened? What does this mean? And perhaps most importantly, what am I feeling? Over the past 2 decades, researchers have explored what happens when people accurately identify and name their emotions.
When you put a word to the feeling,
One of the leading
prefrontal cortex
researchers,
steps in. It doesn't
Professor
suppress the
Matthew
emotion, it
Lieberman,
metabolizes it.
and his colleagues found something fascinating. When participants placed simple words on what they were feeling, brain imaging suggested that activity in areas involved in thoughtful regulation became more engaged, while activity in the amygdala often became less intense. The emotion didn't magically disappear. The situation didn't suddenly improve. But the brain appeared to begin shifting from automatic reaction towards understanding. Researchers call this process affect labeling. It sounds technical, but in everyday language, it simply means finding honest words for honest feelings.
I am grieving.
Not I'm falling apart, but
Name it,
I'm frightened.
understand it, and let the calm begin.
Not everything is ruined, but I'm disappointed. Not I can't cope, but I'm overwhelmed. Those small changes may seem insignificant, yet they invite the brain to move away from reacting and towards understanding. And sometimes, understanding is the beginning of calm. In our final chapter, we'll discover how this simple practice can quietly transform the way we respond to life's most difficult moments. Knowledge is only valuable if it changes the way we live. So, what might this look like tomorrow morning? Imagine you receive an email you weren't expecting. Within seconds, your stomach tightens. Your heart begins to race. Your mind starts imagining every possible outcome. Normally, the story begins immediately. This is bad. I've done something wrong. This is going to end badly. But what if, before following the story, you simply paused? One slow breath and one gentle question. What am I actually feeling? Perhaps the answer is, I'm anxious. Perhaps I'm afraid. Perhaps I'm uncertain. Notice how different that feels. You are no longer fighting an invisible cloud. you are understanding a human emotion. The story may still be uncertain, but the feeling has become clearer. And clarity often creates space. Space to breathe. Space to think. Space to choose your next step instead of simply reacting. This isn't about never feeling anxious. It isn't about eliminating sadness or pretending everything is fine. To be human is to experience emotion, joy, fear, love, grief, hope, loss. Every emotion has something to teach us. Perhaps our emotions are not interruptions to life. Perhaps they are part of life itself. The next time you notice your thoughts beginning to race, don't ask, "What's wrong with me?" Instead, try asking, "What is my mind trying to tell me?" You may discover that beneath anger is hurt. Beneath worry is uncertainty. Beneath frustration is disappointment. And sometimes beneath everything is simply a need for kindness, not from someone else, from yourself. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates once said, "Know thyself." More than 2,000 years later, modern neuroscience is beginning to reveal just how profound those words really are. Understanding ourselves doesn't remove every challenge, but it can change our relationship with those challenges. Perhaps calm isn't the absence of emotion. Perhaps calm is the quiet confidence that we can experience our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Thank you for joining us for The Science of Calm. If you enjoyed this journey and would like to continue exploring the science of the mind, the brain, mindfulness, and emotional well-being, we'd love to welcome you to the Meditation Room Official. Until next time, slow down, breathe, and simply be.